I mean, goodness gracious, we are back once again in the lab, in the dojo. Shout out to TXL, Trent, Taylor, Laura, for this particular art piece behind me, the three Buddhas, and they're around the campfire, right? Epic. Epic. Okay. I had to force myself to go to the gym this morning. Okay, we worked on some traps, basically my traps, and had to end with some ab stuff, man, because I really got to get my diet sorted. I think that's the main thing holding me back right now from the physique of my dreams. And I'm slowly uncovering it, with each and every new level. There's a different approach I take. Okay. And this time it's just vibe maxing. Okay. It's just getting yourself to a point where you're like laughing at the ridiculousness of Friday the 13th or whatever. I think it's funny. I think it's really funny how people are superstitious and they, allow a day to be set up by the collective unconscious as an unlucky day. Now, it's true that Friday the 13th has been recognized as an unlucky number, but let's see why. Okay. Let's see why. Okay, let's ask the AI. Let's ask the AI why. Let's ask the AI why. One of the most common explanations is tied to the Last Supper, where 13 people were present, Jesus and his 12 apostles, and the betrayal by Judas, who was the 13th guest. Okay. Unlucky day because of the crucifixion. It was supposedly on the day that Adam and Eve ate the forbidden fruit. Okay. But guess what, guys? You know how Loki's been coming up? In Norse mythology, Loki, a trickster god, was the 13th guest at the banquet in Valhalla, where he caused the death of the god Balder, okay, bringing chaos and sorrow. Okay, so that's also contributed to the belief that 13 guests at a dinner was unlucky. The Knights Templar arrests or something like that. 12 zodiac signs, adding one more, thought to represent something out of balance, essentially. Okay. Over time, popular culture has amplified the superstition, movies, books, TV shows, such as the famous Friday the 13th horror series. Oh, yeah, of course. Who could forget that, right? That definitely has a way that it seeps into the collective unconscious through these movies, man. These movie makers are dream weavers, bro. I swear to you, you've got to be the one who creates your own movie and walks this own path. Are you really Timothy Charlemagne or are you not? We're about to find out. Okay. So sharing this with the tribe, 1 second, 0 1. I hate it when people do that, but I do that too. Okay. Real flow state. Real Batman flow state right here. Okay. All the way from the gracious lands. The temperature's rising so much that I can feel it in my bones. Okay. Just vibe maxing. Just vibe maxing. Okay. Now, should I show you guys this? Okay. All right, listen. Okay. Let me preface this. Hold on. I do have something playing in the background. Um, where is it? Here it is. Okay. Let me share this. Okay. This is me on 2 melatonin. okay? I'm about to head off to sleep, guys. I'm like, I'm not gonna socialize, okay? It's one of those nights, right? You're just like, I'm tired, right? That's our excuse. I'm tired. We all get tired, man, as we grow older. It's fine. Just allow the tiredness to become relaxation. That's what I would tell you. Avoid calling it tiredness because it's just going to make you seem that it's more negative than it is, right? And it's really not. Okay. So this is a thing in the background is a subliminal for socializing. So it should be good as an effect for you guys. Okay. Just want to be ethical, throw that out there that there's a subliminal in the background. Okay.
What are they?
Okay, so here we go. Okay.
Not to be racist, but you look Polynesian.
You look Polynesian, she said. Okay, already. Now I'm just riding the wave of this conversation, right? And this is like completely me at my tiredest, distracted rock star phase. Okay. So Polynesian, really? That's cool to know. I'm actually going to New Zealand, so I'm going to be meeting Polynesian people there probably
Oh wow,
soon.
nice.
Yeah, where are you from?
The Mariana Islands.
Oh wow. What? I've never been there. What's shit? That threw me off, bro. Because I've never been to Guam or the Mariana Islands or wherever she's saying, right? So I was like a bit thrown off there, but I was like intrigued at the same time because I don't know of this culture. And the curiosity led me to build rapport. Do you guys get that? Like the curiosity of actually being able to explore like a culture that you've never heard of or understood even. And quite possibly this conversation became very let's just say more intimate, right? Not in a creepy way, right? But it just became more real. It became more sincere. Like over
Right.
there,
It's very tropical.
very tropical. Is it very quiet? Like are people very laid back? Like
Where
I don't know if I'm doing a language pattern here on purpose because I'm very laid back here in this place. So maybe this is like a subconscious attempt at seeking rapport, right? Who knows?
mix.
You're a mix. Okay. Why do you say that?
I mean, we're very respectful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, here.
In my own whimsical, delusionally optimistic mind, she just called me respectful. In some parallel dimension, right? On the nth degree of some solar system somewhere, this makes sense. Okay. Do you guys get that? Our people are very respectful. I'm like, yeah, we are. It's like I'm not even her people, but it's like, damn. Okay, let me go back a bit. Okay.
Respectful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, here on island, it's very respect is a big thing.
Okay. And how do you measure respect with people or in the culture?
Um,
Now, I did not know that this would lead up here, guys. Okay. I had no clue that this is where we would Is it a vibe thing
like
or is it like communication? So I'm giving her openings. This is like openings in the conversation, right? So it's like definitely like different styles of anchors, and it's something that someone can latch onto to speak about further, basically. So it could be communication vibe, is it this, is it that, right? I gave her a few options. You don't want to force the feminine to make a decision. Shout out David Data, okay? You can't force her to like make a decision on the spot. Like you just sometimes have to decide for her, okay? So we're really looking at this as tantric tycoon leadership frequency, right? Guys, like you have to be polite or
it's somewhat communication wise and action wise.
got it. What are you eating?
Hmm?
What are those?
They're
Chicharrones. Nice. What are they?
they're
Look how light and Vibemaxxy I am in this moment, right? What are those? Right? It's such a playful banter, as they would say in the UK, right? Playful banter that's just has nothing to do with anything, right? This has nothing to do with Guam or maybe, but even through the food, there is some circuitry of a communication happening that is like a psychic thing that we're doing, right? Because
fried pork skin.
ah, nice. You see, if I was a Muslim guy right now, right, I would actually challenge that notion. I'm not Muslim, but I'm just saying, like, if you hear that, you're like, oh yeah, I can't eat pork, right? You just own it, bro. You have to own whatever it is that you're doing, right? Whatever it is that you're doing, you got to double down and own that shit because nobody else is going to do it for you. They're not going to like promote you in the best light. You know the best way to promote you. Okay. So you got to walk your talk. You really got to be himothy or herothy at this point. Okay. You really got to step into the room and be like bling, like a disco ball. It just throws people off because people don't expect a real individual, right? They expect the social mass persona guy. They expect the socially appropriate and agreeable socializer. Okay. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna step on any toes. I just wanna walk this delicate tightrope act of not making an impact. Okay. That's not the strategy. Okay. Hold on. Let me just check if I can see the live chat or something. Okay. Hey, 3 people watching. Good. Good, good. Let me see if the sound settings are set up. Yep, good. Cool. Guys, you can hear this, yes? Can we have a okay. Take 17 jars of peanut butter to fully clog a toilet. Ryan G, what is this text message, bro? What a factoid. So out of pocket. All right, guys, can you hear this when I play this though?
Are they spicy
Yes, we're following along.
or
Good.
no?
Okay. All right, just hold on 1 second. So out of pocket. All right, guys, can you hear this when I play this though?
Are they spicy?
Yes. Okay, let's just continue. I think we can hear it. Nice. I like spicy. Look at this nonchalance. Okay. It's so dismissive, but it's so direct. Correct?
They're
Chicharrones. Nice. What are they?
they're fried pork skin.
Ah, nice.
They're good.
Are they spicy or no?
Nice. I like spicy.
Well, what's that? What were you saying? Or what were you asking?
I was asking about like how do you know that it's like you have to show respect in the culture? Like through you said it's a bit of communication and you said it's also in the actions that you take. So
Yeah,
this
I
actually
mean,
shows that I'm paying attention, right, guys? This is now like I'm reiterating it back to her, that's for sure. But she asked me, most of you guys ain't even listening. You're zoning out, right? You're just like in your own world, checking your phone, doing your own thing, not really listening to what is being told. But the more you can listen, the better information responding mechanisms come alive in the moment, in the flow of it all, in the spontaneity of conversations. Okay. So this is what we're really building slowly is a spontaneity of it. Like the more you're in fear, hesitation, stuckness, right? You're not going to approach, you're not going to have fun. You're not going to be like that. You know what I mean? So it's just like loosey goosey, baby. Okay, imagine this in your mind, right? The most whimsical, like goose, right? Like a silly goose that's just like what's that guy's name? Mr. Fantastic, right? Can just stretchable, right? Is like almost an inflatable tube person, almost, right? But it's a goose, and it's just having a silly goose time, and it's just like loosey goosey, baby, loosey goosey, baby, right? Just think about this vibe, this frequency. I'm telling you guys. Some of you guys are cracking up, bro. You're like, the fuck is this? I came here for advice on my personal development. And here you are talking about geese. Can you guys hear that my throat chakra is opened up a little bit more, right? The vocal downloads are coming through. I've channeled Thoth last, and then Ryan G channeled Ananta. So that was like a really interesting bridge, right? Because Thoth is like the language, and then Ananta is like just the tamasic like energy of just like transformation. So it was a very deep like Scorpio download that I had in my brain for like a couple weeks, bro. The death and rebirth theme just kept coming up. And today I think is actually a rebirth day. Friday the 13th is a rebirth day. Okay, because in a lot of other traditional cultures, not just the 13 apostles with the Judah being the bad guest or whatever, like in other path workings, 13 is a lucky number. So why don't you just do some Hindu rituals instead of your belief systems and whatever you believe, right? On this particular day. Why don't you adopt another culture's framework and understanding and just be like, yo, it's lucky for me, baby. Every day is lucky. I create my own luck. Let's go, right? I am the walking four-leaf clover. You already know what it is. I am the walking horseshoe. I don't need that as a significance in my life to prove to myself. Guys, let me tell you this, okay? And this goes back all the way to college, okay? By the time that I lost my virginity, guess what I did, guys, okay? I had taped an extra leaf on a 3-leaf clover to make it a 4-leaf clover. And I honestly believe that it was true. I convinced my mind that this was the truth. And this was on my door. Hey, you can ask my friends, bro. They would guarantee you that it was there on my door, okay? During that period, during that time. And bro, everything was going well for me. But all I had was this silly, like, fake belief in this 3-leaf, 4-leaf clover, right? So it was completely a hallucination, but it got me the results. Do you guys see that and sense that? Have you guys ever experienced some kind of success like this before, where you've manifested the luck by truly doubling down and believing in it fully, knowing it, right? That it's real, even though it's not, and you subconsciously know that it's not, but then you somehow convince yourself that it is, and it suddenly like spikes into your world. Okay. Thinking back, that was actually genius to be able to do that and see that suggestion on my door every day. Because I already had a life path 4, so the 4-leaf clover just added on to the storyline that already existed for me. Do you guys see the intellect and the density that goes into this level of thinking, right? It goes far, 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 far back into the reaches of the mind, into the subconscious, and then it pierces through into the conscious.
So for us, it's okay. So we refer to our ancestors as Katamotna.
Okay. That was so cute the way she said that. The word katamotna or whatever. I had a difficulty spelling this word. This was tough, guys. Okay.
It's basically another word for spirit. So
Damn. So all my guides are going like eating popcorn, right? All my guides right now, when she said spirits, are just they're just like their ears perked up. Like all of them. I felt it. My chakras were twitching, bro. It doesn't show it here. Completely doesn't show it here. But also, mind you, I'm very psychically wired with the melatonin, okay? So I'm in that deep theta like pocket or something. Okay.
honestly, the spirits can be brutal.
So look, what I'm doing right now is I'm imagining that there's spirits around her. Okay. I'm imagining. It might be the case, it might not be. Okay. But my projection of that thematically changes her. This is wild, guys. This is actually next level, like third eye social dynamics. What in the world, right? And it's such a simplified concept, and some people might overlook it. I get that, but like really look into this, right? It's supreme. This is a next level way of doing things. This is a next level way of communicating. Because look how fast we built rapport. She's talking about spirits, and it's been like what? Just 2 minutes or something, right? You don't want to be in conversations that are boring you, bringing you down a weird negative spiral. I immediately know to move on from that, okay? There was one black girl, she was like, that chain's probably fake. Something like that. I was like, I checked it. Probably. You know, you never answer a hater directly. You always, you're loosey-goosey, baby. You're loosey-goosey, right? So you're in between the realms. Are you stupid? Yeah, quite possibly I am. It depends, you know, on Mondays or Tuesdays. You never answer directly, right? This is the energy, baby.
Like, if you're disrespectful. So
I see. I see. Okay. Now I'm getting closer to the truth. I like this. This is good. I just said what was on my mind, but also notice this man right here, which is me, is so tapped into his inner child and playfulness that I'm just in awe with the joy of this all, right? I'm Vibemaxxing, joy hacking right now. As a happiness coach, I know how to tap into states of mind, right? So I'm actually self-amusing in my mind right now. That's how I'm able to maintain these states. It's not like what she's saying is incredibly funny, okay? But the imagination is making me this way. Now I'm getting closer to the truth. I like this. This is good.
yeah.
What do you call them again? Katamonia? What? What do you call the spirits again? I want to know the word.
The what?
The word for the spirits that you just said?
Tatamona.
Katamona.
It's in our native language.
Do you know how to spell that? Okay.
Ato.
Katamoa. Okay. It's spelled in a strange way, bro. There's like a dash and then a
That's
C.
super interesting.
What's it showing?
They're giving me like a bar or something like with the living. Nice. Chamorros believed the world around them was full of spirits and they needed daily protection and assistance from their tasks. Okay, so it's like the spirits of all the ancestors that came before you. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're referring to that. Okay. This is so interesting, right, guys? The spirits of the island want respect in order for the thriving ecosystem and the vibe of the whole island, the mentality of it, right, is being governed through this internal spiritual substructure. Okay? I'm not going to hold back. This is for my advanced students. Okay? If you ever get a chance to go on a Wikipedia rabbit hole quest with a girl, you're intellectually stimulated, you're building something together, you're connecting and supporting each other in some task, you're in flow together. Let's say you're working out together or you're doing things together, right? Activities where you're both in a specific state of mind. And now think about the tantric riz, how that applies in this communication with them. You're breathing with them. Your heartbeats are synchronizing, right? There's a closeness and evolution forming. Once you really get this, you get this, right, guys? There's no like one quick maneuver, get rich quick scheme in terms of this, right? This is a slow and gradual process that brings you towards your greatest self.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Actually, I came back to India to like study the spiritual aspect of things here because I traveled the world most of my life.
Mhm.
So I was like, I need to come back and, find my roots again, like where I was really born from and like,
Yeah. That's cool.
yeah, and so every year I host these spiritual retreats. So this time I'm going to New Zealand. It's funny you call me Polynesian though. That's so interesting.
Sorry.
I find she's like apologizing. I think that's cute too, right? So this is a very interesting interaction, right, guys? Because we've already talked about some things which, in a general conversation, how's the weather? Oh, how's it going over there? Right? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want to have that conversation, man. Oh, shake that off of me, that normie talk, okay? I'm tired of it. I'm 30 years old, bro. I've gone through the process of living life where I don't want to put on a fake front with anybody anymore, right? That polite Bengali distance of like, oh, bhalu manush is fucking done, bro. It's in the skibbity riz toilet, okay? Skibbity riz, sigma. Okay, that's
No,
fascinating. No one's called me Polynesian before. I've gotten Mexican. I've gotten what else have I gotten? I've gotten like mixed with Asian. I've gotten that before. Um, but yeah, it's interesting because I do some work in the spiritual realm. So the fact that you brought that up is no
wow.
surprise to me.
Oh wow, it's a sign.
It's not game over because it's not a game, right? This is where the game changers, whatever the game was, we changed it altogether because the type of energy that you have at your max level, when you're feeling really good, when you're just softened in your own, physical nature, or your open, clear channel, right? Your Kundalini is sparking up. You feel her Shakti radiance around you. You're like, whoo, I'm ready to, have a polarity match or something. Even if it just means like, yeah, I want to fight you or something silly, like, or just like, tickle or like, noogie her or like, you know, some kind of like elbow, like secret hand gesture that you guys do, right? Some kind of a secret handshake, like you know, oh, they'll get right. I love doing these silly things, man, but they're me, right? If you try to do the Hadouken, right, it might not work for you. That's just like Uncle Makara's move, right? So it's like you got to go with what makes you float in your awakened state, right? Where you're channeling the most divine source and it's fusing with what is happening right in front of you, right? It's fusing with the present moment. The presence is becoming almost the subwoofer in this thing, okay?
It's a sign, exactly. So yeah, I'm not even questioning it. I'm just like now I'm just integrating it, what you just said. But yeah, Guam is how far away from India is Guam? Pretty far.
I don't know.
Guam, the earth and earth related healing, like how
Mhm.
plant medicine and an event in Guam then.
No, but honestly, with what you said about your research, I feel like here would be a really good place to start because there are also people who have had encounters with
Mhm.
the Tatamonas or the
Oh, wow.
spirits.
To hear their
Some good,
perspective, that would be
some
cool.
bad.
Yeah.
And usually like little kids would have friends,
Mhm.
like friends as in the spirits.
Imaginary friends, but not really imaginary. They're like they're just
Yeah.
talking to the other side. Yeah. That's cool.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's so fucking cool, bro. Right? And I'm genuinely engaged in this conversation, even though you guys sense there's a difference to my level of energy here. I'm still having fun, right? It's like my fun hasn't dialed down just because my energy is dialed down. I'm still in that kind of tired, glazy, like laughter of a. It's like you know how you used to joke around with your friends and just laugh at some dumb shit? That's it. You have to revitalize that. You have to bring that back in your day-to-day life. You're living too segregated, professional. I have to be mature. I have to have these responsibilities. I have to control this sense of this egoic structure of mine and be the most highest, most dominant, high value male, alpha guy that I can possibly be to, circumnavigate the inner realms and bring it through. And what are you saying? Well, while you're doing that, I'm here going, lazy gacy, baby, lazy gacy. Okay. And I'm gonna win. Why? Because I'm playing in a different realm. You're still in analytical mind, trying to perceive the social substructures of this environment and how it relates to the epiphanies of the Kundalini chakra charge sequence in the middle of the quantum soup hole, and you avalanches coming out of the bottom of the alien contestant's ears or something. Like all of your thoughts are going and you're drowning in it, right? She's just talking about panties and you're getting turned on and you're going, what the fuck? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do, right? You have to own this shit, bro. You are a walking choice point, a time chamber, a time echo chamber. You do not have to go based on anybody else's pacing in this reality. You don't have to be as slow as the people walking the subway. You don't have to be as fast as people, are in New York City. You don't have to do that. You don't have to follow the trends just like that. Just find your ease with it. Find your own style of moving with it that is raw, authentic, genuine, primal, back to the oneness, back to the core again, back to the highly functioning human, the caveman who never lost their chi or jing, their charge, their prana. It's all here, it's all now. Let's excavate, let's elevate, let's become the super saiyans of this shit. Let's go. Spirits there?
Honestly,
Is that why you're like looking around? No.
I mean,
She kind of got freaked out there. Okay. Because remember, I said earlier, I imagining spirits actually around her when as soon as she said it, right? The tatamboñas or whatever the fuck. Okay. I even forgot the name. Man, I have to go back and really watch this and do some research into this. This is so cool, right? I'm learning something new. And so my curiosity and drive and quest for knowledge and conquest in the metaphysical mental world, right, is so evident through this silly little combo, right? Like, hey, what's up? You're cool, blah, 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 right? But then underneath, there's this whole mental world exchange happening. It's amazing, right? But look how nonchalantly I say this next thing. Are you with your little
I
sister or
believe.
who else is over there? There's someone there, right? She starts cracking up because it's a bro. It's not a sister, right?
It's my little brother.
Oh, little bro. Okay. Look how nonchalant. Oh, little bro. Okay. Right. I'm not going with her laughter and going, that's so funny. If it's not making me laugh, I'm just like, okay, got it.
No,
Cool.
because it's also a big thing to grow your hair out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They have that in a lot of different cultures, actually, the hair thing. Yo,
Yeah.
did you just see her go like, okay. It's just like giving you the thumbs up, guys. All the energy, this is my theory. All the energy is going up to your crown, right? And so it's like in the hair itself or whatever. So, this is such a bizarre theory, bro. I don't even know if this is true, but it's funny. It's making me self-amuse, right? In the moment, at least. So it is what it is, okay?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I see it. Yeah.
Man, honestly, you should search up um the giant fish who ate Guam. It's
Okay.
on YouTube.
Okay. I have to check this out later as well, guys. This is amazing.
And the um the man went to hunt it and trying to defeat it, but they failed. And so the woman had obviously long and strong hair. So in order to save our island, they cut off their hair and they weaved it into a big net
Wow.
to save
That's
the
epic.
island.
I'm actually visualizing this as she's saying it, right? That's why my eyes are going there. They're to the creation chamber of it, right? So I'm actually imagining it. And as I imagine it, I laugh, right? I just
And
self-amuse because it's funny. Damn, that's cool. Like a hairnet, huh? To protect the island
yeah,
with your hair. Whoa. That's really cool. Thank you for sharing that
there's
story.
also
What was that?
there's a film or there's an
So the awkward pauses, like, but yeah, but or like you're about to say something, you always let the person just continue because they have this trail of thought that they're trying to spill out, right? And so you just gotta let them have that sometimes. You just go, what was that? What's up? Right? You kind of just reiterate it. So they blah, 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 blah. And then it's kind of back to the flow of the convo, right?
animated film
I'm definitely check
of
that
it.
out. Yeah. The fish that ate Guam. Okay, cool. Giant fish that ate
and
Guam.
and it's actually a legend. um we're a two-mon day and you can actually see like where it's supposedly ate.
That's super interesting. That's awesome. I'm gonna add you as a friend on here. I'm like on 1% or 10% battery, so okay. Boom. And it's easy, right? So such a nice conversation, genuine, sincere, you know? No, like I can hear it, says Light It Rough. Sweet. Okay. So yeah, just like really powerful, right? Now, what happens is if somebody is bringing you into, let's say, a lower state of consciousness, let's say that you are in a love frequency in your heart, and somebody's in pride in the solar plexus, their solar plexus energy is going to affect your heart chakra energy. What do you do in these cases, right? What you really want to be doing is you have to tune into their energy center that is most affecting you. Okay, so you have to actually know what a solar plexus chakra block looks like and feels like. You have to know what a heart chakra block looks like and feels like. You have to know how a throat chakra block looks like and feels like, right? If you're doing this kind of work, now you can work with me one-on-one. Like, you know, I'm a healer. I've been doing this for many years, but it's a different thing when you're learning how to be a shaman. If you really want to learn how to do this, you got to become an adept, you know? That's how we're going to move you along because there's a certain structure to it that really naturally unfolds once you join the collective. And a lot of people can attest to that. Okay. Now, what's important, let's say that you're in your third eye and you're in a trust frequency. You're trusting of yourself, you're trusting of the environment, you're trusting of the people. You're just in a trust. Someone else comes along with an anxiety in their throat. They cannot speak. They're trying to communicate, but they're just, you can tell they're tensing their mouth, they're kind of clenching their neck back, and you sense this tension within this person. You know, unconsciously, I would just open that person up to the conversation. That might be like, oh, you're being overly kind, Soon. Like, you want to include him? Like, what do you mean? I think this person has a lot of hidden potential. That's what I'm seeing. I don't know what you're seeing. You're seeing a person with their throat chakra closed. I don't know what you're seeing. I'm seeing a stuckness, that behind that stuckness there is a gold potential for them to sing or speak or do something. as it opens up, as the valve turns, right? The flow awakens. So I would even be like, hey, bro, do you remember that scene from that movie? Wait, join me, bro. Right. And I would get him to start tapping his thymus point, and we would just like, the Wolf of Wall Street scene connect there. And then eventually he'd just be healed by the end of that conversation. By just us having this, conversation about Wolf of Wall Street. But hey, it cleared his energy meridians, right? It made him feel more tapped in and wired into his solar plexus. It was all through just me throwing a line, right? Throwing a mental line like, hey, remember this? Or you ever heard that song that you ever seen this movie that you ever know this comic book that you ever go to the movies and then you have to start getting good at this, right? Just the improvisational quality of these things that you like, you enjoy, that you want to vibe with. You want to find your perfect blend of you, man. In this lifetime, do you have your likes, your dislikes? You better know what that shit is, bro. You can't be in between to certain things. Like, yeah, I kind of like Korean food if it's cooked right in the right temperature or something. Like, bro, what a boring personality. I want someone who's in love with Korean food. What the fuck is this in between shit, right? Like this kind of weak polarity, flimsy like response of like, I'm okay with everything. I'll have everything. The everyman, the fucking IKEA furniture. I don't want to talk to that person. I want their life story. They have this incredible epiphany of stories happening and they haven't activated it in their fullness and presence of their reality yet. And it's clear from their body language and mannerisms. They're very in their internal world. They're heady. They're kind of closed up in their own reality, whereas they know that they have this vigor, this fire, this vajra inside of them, speaking to them, telling them that enough is enough. I must rise above the dogma of my environment and my culture and my family telling me, no, that's not how you're supposed to do it. You have to give her roses and do it this way. You have to be like this. Okay? Swaying you away. Then there's culture and media swaying you away. This weird, flimsy looking, okay, soy Wojak guy, right? Like, who's just like, right? Like, just really weak representations of positive masculinity. We need a positive masculinity back, especially in the spiritual world, because there's way too many light workers that are just wishy washy. Okay. They're just caught up in their own noise and their own echo chambers of love and light. They're not interested in expanding different ideas, different walkthroughs in this video game of life. They're not interested in optimization. They're there to de-individuate. You guys get that? We're trying to become people and really like esteemed members of society at the same time connecting to the astral realms, right? That's what we're trying to do. But a lot of people, they're trying to do one or the other. That's where you're off, my friend, because the more you understand that spirit is the substrate to everything, no matter what you do, is ultimately going to be a spiritual experience for you. Okay. You got to know that and you got to feel that through your bones. Okay. Are you religious? Why are you wearing this? No, it reminds me I am spirit first. That's why I wear it. And every time I have a different task, I wear a different one of these malas. Why? Because it primes me and I've charged them towards specific intentions. You see the calculation that goes into this, right? It's such a nuanced approach. And it's not this, you know, you got to understand something and really listen clear here, guys. To be successful, you do not have to be special. You just have to be what most people are not. Let me say that again. You just have to be what most people are not. Most people are not consistent. They're not decisive. They don't have a good work ethic. Okay. They aren't motivating or ambitious. They aren't. You're around them for 14 minutes. You're like, geez, I need a break. Okay. Where's the caffeine? Where's the smokes? Right. Ah, right. Most empaths are like, oh, give me back into this plasma screen, please. Right. Or at least I can block off and not have this weird back and forth with my TV, right? I get that. You guys just need to be better at energy preservation, to be honest with you, because all it takes is being very good at this energy work stuff where you can imagine a light body bubble around you when you go out to socialize. This is what I do, okay? And it's powerful because once you set that intention, you walk around like an angel, like with wings, right? And a halo on your head. Like that's actually the vibe. Like that's the energy of me floating around the venue is like that. I feel elated. I feel expansive. I feel like an archangel on a mission, right? I'm not just there to just get a drink or whatever. Okay? I'm expanding it in my mind and self-amusing, as you guys saw. Like it's amusing to me. It's fun to me, right? So I'm going to allow myself to explore and create these hidden bridges for myself. I don't know if I'm gonna go out to socialize tonight because, and it's Friday the 13th. Should I be socializing tonight? Let's see. Well, we do have if you're an adept, you get a part of this light code that I'm gonna charge today, and that's gonna help you convert any unlucky energy of today into complete and utter pristine luck, okay, that you can use. That's the way it is, okay? Things will never be the same. Yeah, we know they won't be the same, right? We know things are going to change, but you're clinging on to the past like it's some kind of a lifeboat or a life jacket. Lose it, my friend. Okay? The past is the past. Let it be. Let it be. The memories are there. The photos are taken, right? It's all there. It's all there in the storage unit, right? You can check it later. Right now, it's time to create this mofo, right? It's time to create this character, this version of you that's a badass, that knows they're like a Bollywood prince from another dimension or something, right? That knows that they are this priest beast, this priestess beast, full of life, full of vigor, full of vajra, full of that savage shaman essence that is within you. And you know that if you can cultivate this true presence, you will be able to take it to wherever you want it to go. That's your gift. Okay? That's your gift. So, where is everybody, man? Where you guys at? Where you guys at? Where you guys at? I'm gonna charge this today, Ryan G, and then I will send it with instructions. Okay. Okay, anybody else? Anybody else? You guys, Light of Raw, what's up, man? If you're still here, or whoever else is here, ask questions, please. Okay, ask questions because it keeps it live and interactive, you know? Anthony says I'm in the flow state. Thank you. Oh, epic, man. You see, tapped in is a lifestyle, right? It's a way of life. It's not a party trick. You're not just in the zone because your friends invited you to an event, okay? You're finding that rhythm. You're finding that wave throughout your day. And this is what differs me from other, peak performance coaches. They're all like, use the Eisenhower matrix. What's most urgent, most important, you got to put the tasks and delegate it. You got to have a really good schedule, okay? Make sure your schedule is highly symmetrical looking, okay? That's most peak performance coaches. I'm going to tell you, hey, take off your hard hats. It's time to get a beanie. Okay. Okay. No, I'm not saying I'm not speaking to just generally like, carpenters or whatever. I'm just saying stop putting on so many layers of protection. You're not that vulnerable. Okay. You might have been hurt, and that's valid. Things can hurt you, but things can heal. Okay. You gotta move on, bro. One guy I was speaking to, it's been 8 years since he's spoken to a woman. 8 years. He's given up. He thinks about it every day, though. You see? I'm picking up what you're putting down. Fuck yeah. So don't live in your mind, bro, anymore. It's enough is enough, okay? If you're a very mental person, you work with computers, you know, you work with all these different things, electronics, right? You're going to be very stuck in your head. If you're overly, you know, if you're a math teacher, if you're overly intellectually stimulated, you got to have a yoga practice. You got to find ways to be in your body more, you know? Why am I doubling down on the gym again? I've recognized that I need to be fully embodied and be in my body to be a flow state coach. Hey, the character of Uncle Makara that I'm creating daily is way more important to me than what task I have today. Straight up, right? The purpose of my character development outweighs whatever challenges show up in my day. So this is the way I want you to approach today, because it's like many people are going to try to stream in bad luck into your environment just because of the collective belief system and the morphic resonance of different places. So if you walk in with your headphones, just vibing out, vibe-maxing the fuck out for this lethargic like energy around you, it starts to shift out of balance, right? You start to notice like people waking up, people suddenly out of their trance of work, right? People suddenly getting shocked out of their, you know, generic way of being. Like, whoa, this is a new frequency. I haven't sampled a vibe like that since 1997, right? That's the kind of vibe that you got to have, man. It's like, and hey, it's fun. It's fine to just go to the store and just be a regular person, get a carton of milk and come back, right? You don't have to do this all the time, but I'm just saying that it's fun to have these little pockets and little moments of timelessness, because that's truly how you activate the flow state, right? Is through timelessness. It's not worrying about your deadlines, right? And trying to circumnavigate and micromanage them. That's not going to get you into the zone. No way. Okay. You got to find moments of timelessness that put you into the bridge of actually flowing with it. Like, I don't know how long it's been since this video. You know what I mean? How long has it been, guys? Like 40 minutes? Almost an hour, right? Just flown past. So that's the thing. If you're wired in and tapped in, it shouldn't even matter. Okay? It shouldn't even matter what the schedule is, or what you're meant to be feeling so good by just you living you, right? And you can change your state, man. It's so simple. You do a breath work, you listen to a frequency, you go outside in nature, right? You hum harmoniously, you get some sun on your skin so the serotonin's flowing, okay? Everything. You already know what to do, bro. Now go do it. That's the thing. Implementation velocity is why people hire me. They can look this stuff up online, you know, they're doing it, but there's a certain epiphany that people get once they come across the truth. Once they come across, you know, me channeling Holy Spirit, me channeling like through maybe my deities are speaking through me and I don't even know it. And I don't even know it, bro. Right. So that's the thing. I'm really excited about this journey because this is the new earth that we're building together. Right. And every single person has their own way and own style that they're bringing into this matrix. Okay. I'm going to go through some old text messages from this girl. I ended up blocking her because she was wasting my time. But this was in 2023 when I finally blocked her. But before that, man, the conversations were next level. Let me just go through some of this. Hold on. Okay. Not going to share the name, confidentiality reasons. Um, okay, let's start from here. No way. You have a fairy in your profile? Yes, that's me, a fairy. I've been speaking about fairies since the last month. That's wild. She says, just kidding, towards a fairy. Most guys here, they would have been thrown off, you know? But you just said, but this is like the adaptability, the unpredictability of the feminine mind. It can go wherever it wants, whichever universe, whichever dimension. That's why you got to be on your toes here. And guess what I said, bro? Fairy emoji, sparkle emoji. She said, I was watching your video about how to get a sexy voice. Laughter emoji, laughter emoji. Like the little, hand over the mouth, laugh. I said, what you thinking? Am I right or am I right? It's wild. I feel like I manifested you. I was saying fairy this, fairy that. What did she say? Okay. I legit told one of my best friends that I was looking for a personality of someone who resembles a fairy. She said, am I even close to any of their attributes? Okay. This is kind of the self-doubt that creeps in. But like, am I pretty though? Okay, it's like the it's the validation seeking trip. It's like she's offering you that hallucination. You guys get that? She's offering you that psychedelic. If you take that psychedelic, you're gonna trip on it. You already know. Okay. I said, you look good in whatever you wear. She says, beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. So thank you. She's trying to flip it back to me in a very subtle way, right? I said, sky's being weird but beautiful today too, just like us. Sent her some frequency. I said, this is a strange compliment. She sent me a picture of her. But those are really sexy collarbones. Okay. You got to prime the things that you say, right? With a premise beforehand, right? This sounds mad awkward, but I just got to say this. Okay. It already sets up the flavor. You see the vibe of what you're going to say next. It could be anything, right? Doesn't really matter. It's the setup to the punchline. Okay. Let's see any other examples here. She says you're very consistent with your content. I like that. I said I like you. She said smooth with a bunch of O's. I said you got me smiling like a block of cheese emoji and a ball. And she said like a cheese ball question mark. I said yeah, haha, laughing. Okay. There's an Indian snack called cheese ball, and I love that. Like she's sharing something, right? And I said, I'm an Indian snack, angry face. She sends this. Okay. I'll cover the name. Hold up. She sends this like emoji, right? Of this kid going. Okay. That's to I'm an Indian snack, okay? So the playfulness is there. She said something about dessert once a month. I said, you the dessert I want anyway. Okay. Any other examples? Oh, she did the archetype quiz I sent her. You see? So this is very cool, right? Because it's so in my frame and in my own world. Okay. It's an amazing interaction, actually. There's a lot of challenges back and forth. You can sense it, right? But it's very subtle. Let's see anything else. Okay, nothing else that just kind of stands out to me right now. Okay. Good. All right. Guys, I gave you personal examples from my own life, okay? And I want you guys to really understand where you're falling short in your own interactions with people. Okay, just write them down. Just write them down so you can see them on a piece of paper, right? Because it's one thing to think about it. It's one thing to write them down and be honest with yourself, right? I don't talk loud enough. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Okay, look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Who do you need to be to not have these problems anymore? What kind of character do you need to step into and embody in this movie called life to override those old problems and paradigms? This is what I did, guys. This is how I transformed myself. I dropped the habits that that character had by stepping into the role or the persona, which then gets personified, right? You got to personify your persona. Woo! You got to understand what it is, at least your alter ego, right? So I'm always merging what's going on with my own life and what fascinates me, and I'm bringing it into my reality, okay? It's not my way or the highway. It's the flowing way or the highway. It's the Tao or the highway. You guys get that? Give me a thumbs up if you guys get that. Okay? This is on Tao, on Brahman, baby. Come on God. Let's go. Upward spiral, gang. This is our energy. We are here to piece through and peer through the edge of the future, making every possible circumstance possible through our mental. It's amazing. If we can carry the state of mind with us and keep it alive, right? Some of the ones I got from my mentors. From AZD, I got my turn. Okay. Fuck you. That's another one. That's a great energy of the rebellious type, right? Just whatever, right? Let's go. Let's move. Let's go is another one, right? Let's go, let's go, let's go, right? These little catchphrases. Now that works for him. I'm not gonna just say those, even though I have the, may you never be the same again. I say some of those elements of the things that I picked up from him, right? But it's a catchphrase that has to align with me. You guys sense that? So whenever you're like, oh yeah, my friend had this really cool Stoic quote, I'll just do it because Stoicism is trending nowadays. You're off. The code is off, right? There's something that you're still trying to be like or gravitate towards. And that's not the universe doesn't respond to a person trying to be a different character. They're responding to the frequency you're giving out, right? So you got to end up there already and just be there, right? What if you were actually fully filled, fulfilled, complete, running your own shit, right? Just doing it, living life, feeling happy, feeling energized. What would that be like? Now allow yourself to go there in your imagination. You're there now. Oh, feel it. Just embody it, hologram it, bring it through. Hey, not bad, right? Hey, pretty good. Okay. So that's how I want you to amplify it, because really it's that simple. State change is that simple. Now, when somebody's giving you a negative circumstance, or they're like trying to argue with you and give you more resistance to deal with, you got to know how to maintain that, and your tone controls it all. I'm telling you, if your tone goes slightly or angry, you're going to burn your voice out quick. You got to save that for the right times. You got to raise your voice sometimes, but you got to save that energy up. Okay. You cannot be easily frazzling yourself out with this burnout masculine energy that you have, right? Don't yang it out in the first quarter, bro. Okay. You got to slowly weave into it. This is a process of yin yang, yin yang, yin yang, right? Flow state. So that's how I want you to think about it. Is first you're pushing and then you're letting go. Push, let go, push, let go, push, let go, push. It's a frequency now in your mind, right? Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. Even in your interactions. Yeah, shut up. No, I love you. No, but really though, did you ever go to that place that, no, I don't like that one bit. No, it's the naturalness of that, the dance of life, the ups and downs, the highs and lows. It all makes sense because there's a change of season, baby. Okay. And now I'm in spring consciousness, which means what? I'm blossoming. And the mating ritual is being heard, and I don't need to say a single word. Okay. This is it. This is it. This is what you came here for. Okay. You are a cinema. Okay. Can you watch you forever, though? I don't think so. Can you look in the mirror and watch you forever? Can you look in the mirror and watch you forever? Okay. If you answer 100% yes to that, there is some very deep level self-esteem, self-image work that you've done. Okay. Really though, congratulations. Okay. But some of us, we can't say yes to that. Right. We'll be like, oh, fuck that guy. After a certain point, like this negativity rises up. Right. So this is what you want to do. The end is already your reality. This is the end of the video game where the credits are rolling and the movie's done. Right? Everybody's clapping and you're taking a bow. All of that is done. Now go live with this frequency. Like it's done. You're going to say hi to the person across the road differently if you know this to be true. What do you mean? You mean, I'd like to thank my family and all my cousins and all the people that doubted me because they were my field. And I also want to thank my barber for giving me the fresh fade. And I also want to thank Jesus Christ for being my Lord and Savior because he's the GOAT. Also, shout out to Buddha. No offense to Shiva either. Okay. They're my personal faves. But the rest of the deities, hey, I work with them too. Shout out to Janus. Okay. All right, baby girl. Okay. Hey, oh, Tetsuo, you're still a moderator on here. That's cool. I got the Bob the Builder, like, screwdriver next to your name. That's cool. All right. So you already won the Oscars. Okay. I'd like to thank. Okay. That's why you're in gratitude. You get that? I'd like to thank this person. I'd like to thank this event. I'd like to thank this negative thing for happening. I'd like to thank this other negative thing for happening. I am this golden man, actually. Thank you. Okay. I am not resting on my laurels anymore. I'm carrying it like a fucking, like, you know, space shooter, like Iron Man's fucking, laser beam thing in his chest. Like, what the, right? While you're here resting on your past and laurels, I'm here stretching it open, baby. Let's go, upward spiral gang. May we never be the same again, okay? Any final questions, guys? I'm about to wrap this up. Let's get it today, okay? This was a good one. You got to rewatch this one. This was a fucking good one. Unleashing Gratitude Friday the 13th. Untouchable. That's right. We're the untouchables, motherfucker. Let's go. Let's go. They cannot touch us with their negativity because we are too high vibe, man. We're too in our positivity to ever let any of that nonsense get us down, right? Because 13 is a lucky number in Hinduism. 13 is a lucky number in other pantheons. Let's own it. Let's work with it. Let's transmute it, right? Let's transmute it because thank you, thank you, thank you. I am already here. Thank you. I am already here. We did it. We finished it. We already did it. Now it's time to take a lap. Now it's time to take a bow. Let's take a bow for how far we've made it, for how much potential we've worked on ourselves. It's only the 13th day of this month, and yet it feels like lifetimes, doesn't it? Beautiful. Beautiful, guys. Okay. Have an incredible rest of your day. Have the luckiest day ever. Okay. Have the luckiest, best day ever. I swear to you. Okay. Random question. Okay. What is a Sophic diet? Okay. What video was it that I mentioned it, Light of Rob, because it might be related to that particular topic where you heard it. But yeah, I can tell you the basis of it. Sophic comes from the word Sophia, right? It's a Gnostic word. So it's like God's spark, if you think about it. So a Sophic diet is just another way of saying conscious eating. Okay. Just conscious eating. So, natural whole foods, um, fresh fruits and veggies, some adaptogenic stuff in there, healthy fats. You can look it up, Sophic diet. but it's basically you're nourishing mind, body, spirit. That's what I meant by that. Okay. And if you really want to work on your root chakra, brother, root veggies, right? Like beetroot is a really good one for flow state and the root chakra. That's why I recommend it. So if you have any beetroot flavored drinks or any just beetroot juice, if you can make it, or it's not nice always to have beetroot, but if you can stand the taste, if you like it, I highly recommend it. Radish, beetroot, that stuff is great for Muladhara. Okay. So, Anthony, you're rad. Join Primal Sutra group. I think. Oh, Anthony, yeah. I don't know if Anthony's on there. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. I know. Maybe I've seen Light of Ra on there, but I'm not too sure. Okay, yeah. Join the Telegram, bro. That's where we just post all the updates and things happening, our events and so forth. You can join some of our free events, And then if you really dig it, become an adept, Become an adept, change your life, Use it for your own awakening. I mean, really create it. My mom suddenly told me to drink beetroot juice today morning. Bro, too many synchronicities. Get out of my head. Right. No, beetroot juice is great because of the nitric oxide factor. Okay. The nitric oxide factor in beetroot puts you into an alpha wave or a release phase of the flow cycle. Okay. So that's the beauty of it. Okay. Beetroot juice and carrot juice, two of my favorites. Carrot juice for the visualization. Got it from a billionaire. Okay. What is that guy's name? The Oracle guy, right? You guys know who he is. And the carrot, right? They're saying the carrots make your eyes better, but it actually makes your visualizations crispier, okay? More HD 4K. Okay, that's what I want. So I go with the carrot juice and the beetroot juice because, hey, I think that's a really good pre-workout if you want to tap the fuck in, right? Because it's like if you want yeah, even like for the veins and stuff, like the pump of the muscle, it's great for all of that. Um, I don't take it enough as I talk about it, but I think I should. I should start taking it more regularly. I used to take this thing regularly, which was like a beetroot hydration packet. So it was like True Beets or something like that. I used to put it into water, and it just used to give me a huge spike of energy. So really great. I'm thinking of taking creatine, even though my body doesn't react to it that well, but I got to start, I think, to really put in those extra reps. And are you free today for a call? I got some amazing downloads to share. I might or I might not be Tetsuo. I might be at 6 p.m. my time, so we have to check if you're available then. But yeah, let's tap in. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode, okay? We are vibing and Vibemaxxing on the unluckiest day of the year. Goodness gracious, I think we did it, okay? I think we did it. Hey, and the live worked. No issues with technology, nothing. It was good. It was smooth, right? That's because we're backed. Thank you, Primal Sutra family. Thank you for tuning in yourself. We love you and we want to see you win, succeed. Okay. Success. Okay, let's go. Upward Spiral Gang, Eureka Gang. You already know what it is. Hit that like and subscribe button. May we never be the same again. May the flow be with you, and I'll see you all on the other side. Bring your best self with you.